It's time to contact my collection of crooked compadres. My coast-to-coast crime spree is about to begin. I've filched the world's finest artifacts. And now, America's greatest treasure will soon be in the hands of Carmen Sandiego.
Hello everyone, May here and welcome to this next episode of Retro Gaming with Where in the USA Is Carmen Sandiego. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Carmen Sandiego games. However, sadly, I've only played the really old, like, DOS, 8-bit one from, like, Macintosh. It was like, where is Carmen Sandiego? Where it was actually pretty hard, that type of game. And then the next one I actually played was Where in Time Was Carmen Sandiego, and then the Math Detective one for Carmen Sandiego, and those were really fun. So this is going to be the first time I'm actually playing Where in the USA Is Carmen Sandiego, but I do love these games. And this is also another 1990s made game, so I'm assuming it's like between 1994 to 1995. And this was also made by Broderbund, I think. And they mentioned the company in the very beginning. So this game had a 1986 version, which they revamped with this one. And I'm going to use my name here. And we're going to see what we're going to do here. And I'm sure this may be maybe a 2 to 3 part video depending on how long it takes. So we're going to play using this name. Enter. Play using this name.
Hello!
It's the chief!
I'm the chief. But don't just think of me as your boss. Think of me as your co-worker and your boss. All of us here at Acme have the same job, tracking down thieves. Ultimately, we're after the #1 thief of all time, Carmen Sandiego. Here's how we work. When you report for duty, I assign you a case. You go to the scene of the crime and try to figure out where the crook went with the loot. Then the chase is on. Crooks always leave a trail, and anyone you meet might be a witness. So, always ask questions. When you finally close in on the thief, you've got to make the arrest. You can't do that without a warrant. So, fill in your CompuCrook to create a profile of the thief. There's a lot more to this job, but you'll have to learn as you go, because time waits for no crime. Ready to tackle your first case?
Oh yes, I will want to do it. I miss her so much. She was so good in the TV show too, and she died, I believe, in like the early 2000s. It was so sad.
Villains are vexing New Mexico, Gumshoe. Some brute has burgled the bottomless pit. That's right. The deepest cave in all of Carlsbad Caverns is gone. There's a great big hole where the hole used to be. Your job is to catch that crook cave in hand. Good luck.
Wow. Okay. A little weird. But, Yeah, I think they just started implementing videos in here, so that's why, like, you know, Carmen Sandiego was kind of like one of the bigger games, and like starting with the other game companies because they interacted, you know, real life video and other stuff in here. Oh, it's so good.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. She peeled off to Montpelier, the smallest state capital in the United States.
Oh, I don't even know where that is.
If she sat in a tall chair, her feet wouldn't touch the ground. Have a safe trip. Nice to make your acquaintance. She left for a pie-shaped state wedged between New Hampshire and New York.
Okay, that might be Vermont. Or Massachusetts? No, Rhode Island? I don't know.
Her hair's too dark to be blonde, too light to be black. Bye-bye now.
Hi, how are ya? She made the V sign with her fingers and said that she was headed to a small northeastern state. I noticed she had time on her hands and on her wrist.
Female. Brown. She's wearing a watch. Brown. I need a map. There's a pie shape. So we're going to Vermont. Oh, it was Vermont. Who is that?
I'd recognize that bag of bolts anywhere. It's Robo-Crook. He must be on a mechanical mission for Carmen.
Howdy, partner. Good to be here with y'all. When I mentioned that Red River Valley has some of the richest soil in the world, she went to get more dirt. She was almost no wider than a weather vane.
So then she's thin. Okay.
What's shaking? The police are trying to weed her out of the Peace Garden State near the Canadian border.
Peace Garden State.
The police. I call her short and sweet, but I'm not sure she's sweet.
So she's short. Oh. Vilogram. You're in luck. My diminutive minion, Acme, is apparently looking right over your low altitude head. Carmen Sandiego.
How can I help you? She's visiting a river near Bismarck because she heard the Missouri loves company. I recall teak-colored tresses.
Teak? What is teak-colored tresses? So it is brown? So it is a brown. Okay. So where are we going next? Hold on.
What's shaking? The police are trying to weed her out of the Peace Garden State near the Canadian border.
So...
September there came a frost, and all this young man's corn was lost. Diddly-I-do, diddly-I-do, diddly-I-do.
So what is that considered? A North Dakota? Okay, I had to cheat actually. That's really cool actually.
If you want to learn more about a location, try calling up one of the Acme Good Guides, who can give you a tour. If you do, you can call back that good guide later to help check over your warrant.
Ooh, okay.
I am a roving cowboy, I'm here all dressed in rags. I use
Request a guide.
tough one and take on.
Pleased to meet you. Herman Nootix, Ph.D. here, tenured professor of history, philosophy, and comparative religions at Acme Academy. Usually, I teach the other good guides, but now and then, I like to do some field work myself. Speaking of which, let's have a look around.
But I got
This little prairie house is made of sod, blocks of thick dead grass cut from the prairie. Settlers learned to build sod homes from the Dakota Sioux, or allied tribes, who lived here for thousands of years before the Europeans showed up.
homeboy's a good one, you all know. Although I haven't seen it for many years ago. But I'm going back to
The Haberstad family moved into this log cabin back in 1874. They were immigrants from Norway. During that decade, about 34,000 people moved here to the North Dakota Territory. The government gave away millions of acres in small land parcels to people like the Haberstads, immigrants with little money but enough energy to tame a wild place. Shall we continue our educational ramble?
once more to see them all. I'm going to see my mother when the work's all done this fall. I am a roving cowboy, I'm here all dressed in rags. I used to be a tough one and take on great big...
Here in Bonanzaville, nearly all the buildings are old, but the town itself is new. The founders took historic buildings from all around North Dakota and moved them here, reconstructing a typical pioneer village. Of course, real pioneer villages didn't have tour buses parked just outside of town.
Great big jags, but I got a homeboy's a good one, you all know.
Ah, the Fernberg General Store. Now, if you were a rancher around the town of Osgood and you needed 50 pounds of coffee, a barrel of nails, or a bottle of bull medicine, this was where you got it. Oh, and I'm pretty sure they didn't take credit cards back then.
That's interesting.
Although I haven't
Oh, there's a clue down there.
for many years ago. But I'm going back to Dixie once more to see them all.
This house came from Fargo, North Dakota, just up the road. It was the town's first permanent building. It may not look like much, but this little place was home to a pioneer family and the local jail and a hotel. I think room service was pretty slow back then.
I'm going to see my mother when the work's all done this fall.
This little prairie house is made...
Okay, so we got him already, so goodbye, thank you.
Yes, perhaps you ought to pick up the criminal's trail. I'll stay here and see what other bits of wisdom I can find. If you need help with your CompuCrook entries, call me on the video phone. I'm always willing to share my vast knowledge with the good...
Okay, so you said you're on your video phone.
I'm here all dressed in rags. I used
Can I
to be a
call?
tough one and take on great big jags. But I got a home.
So here he is. Oh, that's cool.
Greetings.
He's a good one, you all know. Although I haven't seen it for many years.
How does...
But I'm going back to Dixie.
I guess not.
See them all. I'm going to see my
Say the beep, that beeping watch of yours is turning heads, comrade. Turn the charm, but turn on the charm, but off the chime. Okay.
Howdy. I hear she's picking locks in the Keystone State.
Okay. Sounds familiar.
Hey there! She whispered she was heading for Erie, along a great lake of the same eerie name. She wasn't a towhead. If anything, she's a toasthead.
That's terrible.
Howdy. You narrowly missed seeing her.
So she is very tiny.
Greetings.
Oh shit.
Greetings. Try barking up the right tree in the state whose name means Penn's Woods.
But I'm going back to Dixie once more to see them all. I'm going to see my mother.
So Keystone is definitely, I believe, Pennsylvania because of, I think, Philadelphia.
I used to be a tough one and take on great.
Oop, there we go. If you see animations, it kind of seems like you've gotten to her or close to the person.
Hello! She decided on an earlier departure for the Sooner State.
Sooner State?
Her wristband.
Okay, so that's definitely a watch.
Good to see you. She was singing, "I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee." I'd say her hair...
Okay, so that was definitely right.
Hi there. I hear she got tickets for the Lawton Symphony Orchestra because the top brass pulled some strings.
So it's Okie sounds like it's something familiar to Oklahoma.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so Carol's Critter Club. Sorry about the mishap during your meeting. That flying squirrel must have mistaken your hair for a mahogany tree. Alright, so she's definitely going to Oklahoma. But they said it was like Lake Erie. I'll try Oklahoma. Oh, here we go. We're doing it right.
Time's getting tight, Gumshoe. We heard that Carmen's on her way to pick up the loot from your suspect. If you don't make a bust soon, it'll be too late to make it at all. Good luck.
But how do I do that? Oh.
Nice to meet you.
She looks, she meets it. Oh, we got her. It's Cassie Nova. Okay. New Mexico thanks rookie mailing for the return of the Bottomless pit from Carl's band Caravans. Oh, good. You know, I was actually expecting... Hold on.
Yay! You solved the case and caught the crook. There's no romance in prison, so Cassie Nova is out of love and out of luck. We searched that miscreant's clothing and found a hidden pocket with a note inside. It reads, "Dear Robo-Crook, soon we'll pull off the perfect theft. A scheme of grand design." I'm faxing it to you for further reference. Another case is breaking gumshoe. Can I send you out to solve it?
Ooh, okay. So we could do another case. That didn't take too long. That was actually pretty good. So... But we're actually gonna stop for right now. I might pick this up again. I'm not sure if I'll continue on with it, but just let me know in the comments. And this was pretty fun. For one of the Carmen Sandiego games that I have not played, because I remember playing the very first one from 1986 on like the very old computers, and those were a little harder. This one was actually not bad, and like when we were arresting the girl, I kind of was expecting her to be like more cartoony, more villainous, because in Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, they do like these crazy things with their villains. But this was actually kind of funny. I was like, ooh, I gotta arrest her. This is actually pretty good. So guys, thank you so much for coming in this gameplay, sorry, Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. Let me know if you want me to continue this game, and I will continue doing mini episodes or more videos of each criminal or each case until we get to the end of this one. And yeah, so like, give this video a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike. Let me know in the comments what you want to see more of, either retro gaming or some other games that you would like me to try. And I shall don't forget to follow me on my social medias, and if you like, you know, to see this channel grow, hit that subscribe button. So thank you so much, and I shall see you in the next video.